Hi, this is Mike from BasedGamer. We're here at TwitchCon 2015. I'm here with
Adam Clegg, Senior Game Designer.
Of H1Z1. So tell me a little bit about H1Z1.
H1Z1 is actually two games in one. One of them is a survival game mode that is your basic open world sandbox survival game where you can craft, you can fight zombies, you can build a base. The other one is an arena-based game mode that is last man standing with 175 players. A lot of players have supported both game modes pretty awesomely, and it's been a lot of fun. We started out with one game, and we wanted to actually use the Forge Light engine to create alternate game modes for players. We saw that in the modding community, that players really like a game that offers multiple experiences. So we basically started with Battle Royale, and it's taken off, and we've looked at other game modes in the future, but for now we're just supporting survival and Battle Royale.
You mentioned that you heard that from the community. Where do you normally take your input from?
Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Steam, internal forums, and we kind of compile it all. Our community team actually gets a lot of the information for us and gives it to us updated almost daily. And the team takes a look at all the feedback, we have meetings about it, and we make changes.
Wow, you're that responsive to the community. That's great. And, survival games typically are really integrated with the community. Have you guys done anything to make sure you're capturing everything or make sure you're hearing every voice?
We actually take a lot of the feedback from everyone. It doesn't matter if you're big or small. If you have a good problem and the team sees it as an amazing fix, we'll look into the changes and we'll implement the changes. We've done it time and time again with all of our updates.
Cool, and one thing that people are talking about right now is survival simulation, the actual character eating, drinking, things like that, survival. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have a body simulator in our game where you can eat, you can drink, you have health, you have stamina, and a lot of the players have voiced that they think that it's kind of too easy. So we're looking into our survival rule set to make sure that we can make a game that's a little more survival-y for players that like that mode. So look to the future for future survival rule sets.
And what about the tournament? Where do you guys plan to go with that?
The H1Z1 tournament, the invitational that's at TwitchCon, is really awesome. The prize pool is at $173,000.
So how have you set up this Battle Royale mode for tournaments? Will that be the number one way that people play, is in these tournaments?
Well, for Battle Royale, what we want to do is have different tournaments and things like that. We always want to have future events. This is our first one. This is kind of like our coming out party. We'll see how it goes, and we'll look to the future, see what we want to do.
And what about future updates for H1Z1? Do you guys have anything in the makes?
Yeah, so we've done a lot on the H1Z1 Invitational, and that's been in front of everyone's face. But internally, we've been working on a ton of updates for survival and a lot of bug fixes. We have the hospital coming out in October, and also the female zombie. And the hospital update's going to actually have some really cool directed content. It's going to feature one of our first kind of NPC interactions where you go and talk to somebody, and they give you directed content out in the world that you have to go do and come back, and it should make for some interesting gameplay.
So you're going to show the story instead of just telling it, right?
Exactly, yeah. We're going to kind of let players figure it out rather than giving them a bunch of text.
Great. I know that you guys are a relatively small dev team. How small are you guys?
With H1Z1, we had a pretty small team in the beginning, probably less than 30 people. Made the game in less than a year and put it on early access, and then grew from there. And we've seen that players have really liked that method. They don't really want to wait 2-3 years for an MMO to be made. They want to play it immediately. So this early access experience has been really good for us.
As a developer, do you think that more games will head down this sort of path?
It depends. Every genre is different. I personally think that MMOs are perfect for early access because you get player feedback, you get player input. With a game like an MMO, you need hundreds of players testing your game constantly. So I think it's great for that.
Some other games that are of similar nature have actually come out and not done so well, whereas this has become very popular. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we have a lot of experience. Our company has made MMOs in the past. We have great engineers and great designers and artists working on the game. And I would just say probably experience. After you go through the motions a couple times and make a couple of MMOs, you kind of know what to expect and how to support the players.
Do you have any advice for aspiring MMO devs or any indie devs out there?
If you were an aspiring dev, as somebody who's a dev already, just work hard, it pays off. If you're not in the industry, try to get in the industry doing anything. You can always work hard once you're in there and move up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.